Hey everyone, Joey here, and today I have 5 TrimUI Brick Hammers here for whatever reason. And so we're just going to look at them. I'm going to give you my thoughts on the TrimUI Brick Hammer because I actually haven't had one before. And we're going to rate some colors as far as the 5 colors here. And you might think it's an easy choice already, and I'm kind of with you on that, but we'll rank them. We'll go over them. But yeah, TrimUI Store sent me all 5 brick hammers to look at and I guess review. So if you are interested in them, they are in the description. They're going for about $75 right now. I think there's some discounts you can apply on top of that. There's some codes and all of that. I'll leave all of that in the description, but yeah, it's around $75 to get one of the TrimUI bricks hammers. But first, if you are trying to save money on games, DLC, or even gift cards, Eneba has you covered. They have a massive library of PC and console games, usually way cheaper than their actual storefronts, and everything is fast and easy. I picked up the 100-line Last Defense Academy from Eneba just a few months ago. It was easy and it was cheaper than Steam. So if you want great deals, check out Eneba in the description. Okay, so first things first, you might be wondering what's going on over here. And I have a PlayStation 1 game running because I wanted to check out the heat of the TrimUI Brick Hammer. If you remember, I am one of the people that don't really like the TrimUI Brick. And that is for a lot of different reasons. One of the big reasons was the heat. My TrimUI Brick got up to 100 Fahrenheit and higher just playing like Game Boy and random things. And it was really super hot all the time. I also don't like the triggers and shoulders on the back. And the rest was fine, but mostly was my concern. The TrimUI Brick was the shoulders and triggers, as well as the heat and all of that. So I have PlayStation 1 running, and I did this test earlier as well with Game Boy at fast forward speed, and I was able to see about 80 Fahrenheit. That is about 20 Fahrenheit less than the TrimUI Brick, which means the hammer is doing something better with the heat, and it's probably just due to the metal shell, because the big difference here with the TrimUI Brick Hammer is we have a metal shell, and it is likely just dispersing the heat a lot more. So I have PlayStation 1 running right now. I'm going to take a quick look with my little heat gun. We're about 74 on the back here. I think usually about higher here, 76, 77. Yeah, like I said, I saw about 80 was the highest. Lot less than 100 on the TrimUI Brick, which you can see in my review from months ago. So that also is a good starting point here. Now, I do have muOS running on here and just checking it out. I was just playing around with it a little bit. I haven't had much issues with muOS. It seems to work out pretty well. And I've heard some complaints of crashes and things like that. I haven't had that as of yet. It just seems to work just fine. So muOS, good custom firmware to use on the TrimUI Brick from what I could tell, but I haven't done any in-depth testing. This is over just a few days of me playing around with this. Now, there's a few things I want to talk about with the hammer that I have noticed over the last few days. I don't have my original brick to compare, but I could even tell there's a difference here. The very first thing is on the back. We have a little cutout here that didn't exist on the TrimUI Brick, and I assume this is for Wi-Fi. Because you have a metal shell, you need somewhere for the Wi-Fi signal to go. And so they did a little cutout here, which was not on the original brick, and it is here. This is helpful for Wi-Fi. I haven't had an issue with it. It seems to stay connected, seems to work just fine. For my own personal uses, it's been fine, but I am running a Wi-Fi 7 network. 2.4 gigahertz is all over the Wi-Fi in my house, so it's really hard to miss when it comes to Wi-Fi in my house, and it seems to work just fine. Now, something else that I noticed is the speakers are actually better on the hammer than the TrimUI Brick. Again, I remember the actual brick having pretty decent speakers. I don't remember them being an issue, but something with either the upgraded the actual speakers or the metal helps with it. I'm not sure what's going on here. But let's have a quick listen to the intro of Pokemon, and you'll get a good idea of what it sounds like. That to me sounds really good, especially for a handheld under $100. We don't get a lot of good speakers on handhelds under $100, especially handhelds as small as this one. So it's a great thing to have here, and I'm pretty happy with that. I don't have any issues with the speakers here. They sound better, so that's a good thing. Now, there is one other thing I wanted to point out. I am almost certain that something changed with the shoulders or triggers on the back. They feel better than the original brick does. It is not a night and day difference. I still am not a big fan of these on the back here. I wish that they were a lot better. But there is some sort of difference here. I can feel a difference. I can feel that they're better. I'm not sure what they changed. I don't know if they made them a little bit more responsive or what it is. Again, I wish I had my original brick so I could compare all of this. But I even noticed it after months of not using the brick that there is something different here with the shoulders and triggers. Whether that's a good thing or not, I don't know. It is better, in my opinion. But yeah, so improvements all around from the original brick. And I guess I should have mentioned in the box, besides the brick and besides the manual, you get a little charging cable, and you also get your replacement triggers and shoulders that you can use. So there are other options that you can use for the hammer, same thing like the brick, but I prefer the default ones here. They're fine for my uses. Okay, and so fun part. Let's have some fun here. We have 5 different colors. I think we should rank them based off of best to worst, I think. And so I'm going to do this. Let's do this pretty easily. I think the black is the worst. As much as it is a cool analog pocket, smaller version, like it looks cool. I'm not going to lie. It does look like a smaller analog pocket, kind of like it for that. But when you have such cool colors here, it doesn't fit. Like there is a sleekness to this, but I don't know. Like I feel like I'm just gonna point this at a TV and use this to turn on the TV. Like it's when it comes to black devices like this, that's kind of what my feeling is. But it is pretty nice, and it's hard to show on my camera, which wants to make it look darker than it is, although it is actually pretty dark in person. So this is gonna be 5th. We're gonna put this down at 5th, and then we have okay. I'm going to go, okay, we're going to go with this. I don't know, what is this one? Hold on. This is gray. They call it gray. So we have gray here. I think to me, the lighter silver pops a bit. They're both pretty good. I don't know. If you're watching this, let me know in the comments what you think should win out of these two. I think they're both pretty close. This is a darker color that I don't really want that. That's not what I'm looking for. So I'm going to put it 4th. That's going to be our 4th color right here. And then we're left with these ones over here. So for next up for me, I think it is the silver. This is what they call silver. It's beautiful. It looks great to me. Like and the back is, I didn't even look at the back. We should turn these over. Hold on. That changes everything. The back is a different color. Oh, hello. Okay. This still stays 5th. This doesn't have any specialness to it. So, okay, we're going to go for it. We're sticking with that. But this changed everything. The fact that the back is a different color is, whew. Okay, I like that. This is pretty cool. I like this. I think it's still 3rd. But I didn't know I was not familiar with the game of silver. So I think 3rd is pretty good. We have 2 left here. I think it's pretty obvious which one I'm going to be putting as 1st. But the pink, you know what? Look, I'm not going to go with I'm the most manliest of men out there, but I couldn't rock this. I could see every woman and girl out there being super happy with this. This looks really nice. It's a nice sort of pink. Even my wife was like, that's a nice pink. But for me, for my uses, I couldn't rock this, but it looks great. Like on camera, I think it's looking a little bit lighter than the pink is in person. So let me see if I can put it up a little bit. You can sort of see it there. It's a nice metallic pink. The back is more metallic pink. This looks really nice. I'm not hating this. This is nice. I think a lot of people will be happy with this color for sure. So we're going to put that here, right over in 2nd place. And then, of course, I think for a lot of people, the standout color is going to be green. It's just, I don't know what it is. It evokes something. And maybe it's Christmas and the timing of the year. But the green is that is a gorgeous green. This is beautiful. I don't know why more companies do not do these sorts of colors. Like, okay, whatever, these are kind of normal and boring, but pink, or this sort of green, or like blue and all of that. Oh, if they had a blue, I would be so happy. yeah, I think for me, this one wins out. This is the best color in my opinion. And we would have pink as second would be my ranking. So if we put it down here, we just squish them all up together. This is my ranking from best to worst. Although in all honesty, like even, okay, I don't like black devices. I've said this many times, but even this is pretty sleek. Like I wouldn't hate this. This would not bother me at all. It just, again, I just feel like I'm turning on the TV with this. Let me know in the comments below. What is your favorite TrimUI Brick Hammer color of these 5? Is it the green? Is it the silver? Is it one of the other ones? I'm very curious to know what you think. They sent me 5 of them. I had to do a video on it. To me, this is the best video I could do. Just give you some thoughts on the TrimUI Brick Hammer and then talk about the colors. I don't know what else there is to talk about the TrimUI Brick Hammer. I do like this better than the original brick, for sure. Am I going to use this? I don't know yet. Part of me is like, yes, maybe. There's a lot here that I like. It is still staying warm. We're on the home screen, and you can prove me as a liar if you want. We're on the home screen. We're just doing nothing here. We are still at 77, 80. Yeah, like still 20 Fahrenheit less than the original brick, but I can still feel it getting warm, and it's not bothering me. But it's a shame they use that processor in here because the processor just gets warm, and it's unfortunate. But yeah, I don't know. I'm probably going to lean towards using this, I think. This has helped bring me closer to understanding why people like the TrimUI Brick. The hammer is definitely an upgrade, I think, over the original. So I could suggest this easily. I've been using it for a few days. I think it's pretty good. I don't really have much negatives here besides what I've talked about already. The heat and the triggers and shoulders aren't that great. But other than that, if you like the TrimUI Brick, seems like a really good upgrade for you if you want it. So again, that's all I have for you today. Let me know in the comments below how you rank all 5 of these colors. Now that you've seen them on screen, I want to know what you guys have for rankings, and we'll compare notes on that one. Don't forget to like and sub to help the channel grow. Come join me on the Discord to talk all about handhelds like these ones. Support me through YouTube membership if you like my stuff. And hope you all have a good one.